We got east side just tracking the early pace. Atom is also towards the inside. Memorable Memories was the first one to make its move. Took over the running as they entered the home straight. East side is in box seat, now given the cue by Rupal Singh. Comes to challenge Memorable Memories, who still has about a couple of lengths on him. And then we got on the outside Atom, who was taking its time to gallop in the hands of Nikhil Naidu, but he tried to coax a gallop out of them. Into the last 200 we come, east side. Atom was really hanging in a little bit, perhaps that cost us all his chances, but east side just hold on from Atom. And I think that's your top two. I'll hand it over to the judges box for the placings for the INS Hooghly Cup.
The field goes past the 600 meters. It's Felicia Glint always in front, making a nice even pace. Picked up the pace when it was mattered most. Had a good lead of at least 2-3 lengths coming into the home run. Kimaya was already off the bridle, with Justified also on the outside looking and getting nothing extra from Nikhil Naidu on top. Then we see Basharat immediately switching to the outside and coming with a big run. Exotic lost all her chances at the gates, it seems. She was the fastest finishing just 2 lengths behind the winner. You see on the outside, Basharat takes over the running, given a backhander or two by C.S. Jodha, and she just starts to stride away and wins it pretty convincingly from Felicia Glint in second and Exotic in third.
Island Lass was racing keenly throughout with its head on one side. Tracking the early pace, there was Hellblazer. Found a little flat-footed today was Guillaume, who was being asked by jockey R.S. Bhatti to improve position, was not really accelerating. Then we had the other two were far behind. As they entered the home straight, it came down to these two. Island Lass towards the inside. Down the center was Hellblazer. They were going hammer and tong, and given a few reminders, there was Island Lass, but being ridden hands and heels, there was Hellblazer. CS took out the whip into the last 100 meters, and then Hellblazer really accelerated away from them. That's your top two. Finishing into third, there was Guillaume. I will hand it to the judges box to announce the results for the Oakmead Plate.
Alex Silk keeping her company on the outside, just a length away then, and you've got Ember Glow, who's making a forward move, followed there by Mystic Star. They straighten up for the final run in, and you can see Cormorant at this stage. He's on the rails, but way behind them. And you've got Nandini's Pet fading out of it. Ember Glow makes a run on the inside, but very short-lived. Shivalik Star also tries to come up, but look where Cormorant is. He's on the extreme right of your picture. C.S. Jodha gets him wide and then just keeps him going. And after that, Cormorant does the rest. He swoops down on the field, and Cormorant wins the Robin Hood Handicap in great style. Here it is. Jinsoku is the early leader here, still cutting the wind by about a length and a half. Sun God and Bhatti just poised to take over on the outside, and the rest of them not even in a striking position at this stage. But as they straighten up for the final run in, and you can see Jinsoku is coming under pressure, cantering up on the outside. There is Sun God. Bhatti presses a button, and Sun God just breezes away from them. Mr. Gucci comes on to run a close second, third, with fighting it out between Jinsoku and him, but no stopping Sun God, who just took over and won this as he liked.
Gama doing the donkey work in front for stablemate Shivansh. Neeraj Rawal was standing on his outside, right on his quarters, waiting to press the button on Awesome One. And once he pressed that button, he takes over the running. And then he tells the Vijay Singh duo of Dundee Satyagraha and Shivansh, you come and get me if you can. Dundee Satyagraha flattered on the outside for a while, looked like she was going to get up to him. But at the end, I've made absolutely no impression, as Awesome One absolutely kicked away from then. I went on to win very, very comfortably at the end from Dundee Satyagraha and Shivansh. So over to the judges' box for the final placings of the Wiseman Cup.
Vanguard, just the leader there, from Nazaka troubling him on the outside, a length away Wen Cheng. Then there's UV, deemed to fire, coming in very wide on the wider outside. And we go back then to the indicator. Arrow is tucked in there just behind them, looking for a split on the inside railings. They straighten for the final run-in. Vanguard still going handily. Wen Cheng looks like he's coming up threateningly on the outside. And then you see Arrow being shifted onto the wider outside to make his run. Vanguard goes for it, gets away by about a length and a half, and he shakes off Wen Cheng, but he's got no answer in the end for Arrow, who's moving fastest of all on the outside, to get the better of him. Arrow wins it there from Vanguard to win the Partisan handicap.